Hello, Internet. Welcome to my shoulder workout today. It was a good workout overall. I started out with a Viking press lateral raise superset. So 3 sets of Viking press with 65 pounds, 3 sets of lateral raises. Then I moved on to a one-arm tricep where I did kneeling landmine press supersetted with one-arm lateral raises, supersetted with one-arm kettlebell upright row. Then I moved on to my cable rear delt fly, done 2 slightly different ways, supersetted with lean away. Well, that's what I call it. Lean away lateral raises. You'll notice a trend. I do a ton of lateral raises. I just feel like can't get enough of that side delt growth. So those, I did 2 rounds of that. And then I just finished off with 1 set of seated dumbbell press, not pictured here. I also did triceps and some biceps. As per my norm, by the time I get to my triceps, I feel so tired that I do not want to film anymore. And I don't really care to film my overhead tricep extensions. But anyway, so thanks for joining me. I hope you guys are having a good start to your weekend, just like I am. So I'd also like to thank everybody that watched my travel vlog video for the week where I was traveling to Calgary for my new training for my new job with Bells of Steel. It's certainly a little bit different content than people here are probably used to seeing from me. So if you took the time to watch it, even though it might not have been your cup of tea, then I appreciate you because I enjoy making different things like that. I feel like I have concerns that if I continue just making the same workout videos I did before, my channel will pretty much die off like it kind of did before, and then for whatever reason it got brought back to life just because I went away and came back. And so I do want to, do different things and keep it spicy, but of course continue to make the same old, included as well is to make the same old workout videos, but just change it up sometimes so that I don't get bored, so that the world out there doesn't get bored. And I was also thinking I'm probably going to bring back channel memberships. I did make a poll to see if anybody was interested in bringing back channel memberships, and it was pretty much split. It was like 60% yes, 40% no. So I mean, realistically, I probably shouldn't have asked and just gone for the gusto and been confident and done it anyway. I think I will bring back channel memberships. You're more than welcome to completely disregard it. If you have any interest in it at all, you can do whatever you want. Well, you already know that. You already know you can do whatever you want. No obligation. I'm not 100% sure exactly what I'm going to do with the channel or the membership section as of right now anyway. So it's certainly up in the air. So on that note, I'd like to get into what I actually would like to talk about today. So if you stuck around for these three long boring minutes, thank you for toughing it out. And now I can actually get into the rambling of today. So my head is just kind of spinning with like home gym decisions, upgrades, ideas of what I want to do, So I'd like to kind of just like air it out with I don't know if I want to say that I have if I say that I have a 1 year, gym plan, I feel like that's not enough time. But then if I say that I have like a 2 year gym plan where I want all of this completed by 2 years, then that feels too far away. Like I'm not patient enough to feel like, okay, it's all going to be done in 2 years. Like by that time I just feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so old. So I don't know. I could say a year and a half. I don't know. But it's just kind of the projected goals, I guess, or ideas that I have. You may or may not have noticed that there is an item missing in the corner of my gym, which is my reverse hyper. It takes up a lot of room, took up a lot of room. And you guys know that I'm thinking about adding new pieces to my gym or adding something at least because I get some Bells of Steel money to spend on equipment there. And I thought, crap, I don't have any room. What am I going to do? And so even though I haven't purchased anything yet, I wanted to start sort of figuring out where exactly I could fit something, because as the gym was, there really realistically was no room unless it was like a really, really small thing. So I decided the thing that I was willing to sort of move, I didn't sell it. I haven't sold it yet. I may, depending on what the months bring, if I do feel like I don't miss it at all. The thing that I decided to fold up and tuck away was the reverse hyper the Westside Barbell Reverse Hyper. Now, I came to that, oh yeah, you can kind of see here it's not there. It used to be beside my chest supported row. Anyway, so the reason I came to that decision is because I thought, like, I don't even do this exercise once a week. Like, there are staples that I consistently do every single week, and then there are things that I do when I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I haven't done that in a while, change it in or whatever, just do it if I feel bored. That's kind of a similar thing. And so occasionally I would do my reverse hyper instead of my 45-degree hyper back extension machine that I have kind of tucked away, that you might not even notice that I have that, but I do that back extension machine. So sometimes if I was just feeling like switching it up, I would do the reverse hyper instead of that movement. But realistically, I feel the back extension, or I don't know if it's a 45-degree hyper, a back extension, I don't know what you want to call it. I've seen it called a Roman chair, which I thought was that thing that you put your arms on and do leg lifts. Like, it's called so many things. It's like a cougar. Is it a puma? Is it a mountain lion? Is it a cougar? Like, make up your mind as to what we call it, people. Anyways, back extension, I don't necessarily even like that, because for me, I don't even feel that in my back. It's completely hamstrings, glutes, just the way that I do it, and that's intentional. But anyways, that would occasionally, like twice a month or once a month, I'd be like, I'll do the reverse hyper instead. But I always felt that let's call it a glute extension, I don't know, glute squeeze was more effective. I always just felt it was more worth my time. I felt it in the target muscle better. It was less awkward because the reverse hyper has a very large pad, and I'm a very short torsoed person. And so lots of times it kind of be like, okay, don't squeeze my abdominals, or like I'm trying to climb onto this thing and it's awkward for me. And I feel like maybe due to my short stature, as somebody once said when they were ordering me a different chair pad, maybe it's not 100% as good for me as it could be potentially for somebody else. Maybe I'm using it at 90% potential because of my height and because of the size of it. I don't know. That's how I came to that decision. That was something that I was willing to part with. Do I need these 4 sets a week that I use this machine for? Like, will it make or break me? Or do I have an alternative that's actually a better alternative that I consistently do all the time, that I really enjoy doing, and that's less awkward for me? So I decided, yes, I will fold up the reverse hyper. Also, on that note, it took up a hell of a lot of room too. So, like, moving it gave me more bang for my buck than moving something else smaller that I also might not use as frequently. So I came to that decision. It wasn't the funnest thing to move. I mean, interestingly enough, that thing is kind of advertised as like, fold it up and tuck it away all the time. And it's like, hey, it's really freaking heavy and it's really awkward to move. But that's how they advertise it, whatever, fold up. I guess it's a fold up thing when you're a 250-pound powerlifting man. It's an easy thing to tuck away. For me, it was not an easy thing, and I definitely needed help, and we moved some other things. We tucked it away in the laundry room, and now it's gone. And yes, I do foresee potentially, very, very likely, I suppose, within the year, selling it. But then I have to get it upstairs. Oh, sorry. My voice cracked. Then I have to get upstairs. Oh, it's like that kid that works at the fast food place in The Simpsons. Anyway, I have to get upstairs. That would really suck. But if I can sell it for $100 or $200 or whatever, if I resell my gym equipment, I sell it for really cheap because I don't want to have to deal with Facebook Marketplace for more than a day because I hate it. I hate it. So that in itself is a huge chore. So I always reluctantly sell things, not because I'm scared to part with things, because I'm scared to deal with Facebook Marketplace because it's so unpleasant. And there was a news story where somebody got shot or robbed or something from Facebook Marketplace. So that's also, is it even worth it? But whatever. It's not worth my life to sell my reverse hyper, but that's very rare anyway. But that's the piece I've decided to move, and it freed up a whole bunch of space. So now I have this whole corner, as well as just being able to shift around some other things to potentially make even more room. And so that's where I can put a big item. And the big item, well, what am I thinking about? Because my head is spinning. Not only do I get this Bells of Steel money, but I get like a discount or whatever, like for ongoing purchases. So it's like, for me to sort of slowly upgrade my gym is like financially possible for me over months and months and months. And that's really, really exciting for me. But right now, I think the first thing in my mind before like upgrading other things is filling this space with something that's new and exciting. And before I even got this job, I haven't been able to stop thinking about their 3-in-1 pandemonium squat, pendulum squat. It's a pendulum squat, a Viking press, calf raise. I'd probably, I probably wouldn't necessarily do the calf raise all that often, but, well, I might see the calf. I could probably do, but I could even do a superset, whatever. Um, and that really, really excites me. And that will fit there. So, I mean, it's pre-order. It's not even out yet. So, like, thinking about, oh, that sounds really cool. There's also a leg press hack squat that I'm thinking about as well that also will fit with a little bit of moving around. And so that sounds really exciting too, but then I don't have that upper body option. But it's like I have to think about, is the leg press hack squat going to be better for leg development than the pendulum squat would be? And then if so, would it be more worth my while, because there's a lot of things that I do in terms of pressing movements that are already effective in my gym. So thinking about that and trying to make this decision, it's not an easy decision by any means. It's an exciting one, but it's not an easy one. And the upgrades going forward, eventually at some point I'm going to switch out my squat rack again, which sucks. I wish I had already just bought from Bells of Steel for my squat rack, because then I'm going to be doing this again. But whatever, that's still just a future thing. I'm not putting pressure on myself to do it immediately, but yes, like swap out my squat rack for one of theirs that has more compatibility with attachments, because my 2x2 uprights have no compatibility, it seems, with anything. Certainly not anything for Bells of Steel or anything that's common. It's more common to be like 3x3 or 2.3. So switching to one of their squat racks, then I have all these options for different attachments. And that's really exciting to me. Like the Seal Pad Row is something that I definitely would like down the line, and any other thing that they come out with. There's a shoulder boulder thing to do kind of like standing machine lateral raises. That's exciting too. So wanting to upgrade the squat rack just for the sake of attachments, because other than that, my squat rack is fine. But also have to see how thick the pull-up bar. I definitely still want to have a multi-grip handle pull-up bar. That's really important to me. So there's that tinkering, of course, as well too, upgrading my cable machine to one of the Bells of Steel cable machines. Like eventually I kind of want to redo my gym that sort of goes with my brand and goes with my career, because I like the idea of like having an organized career path where I'm like, hey everybody, I work here and I want you to see how awesome all this equipment is, and I want you to see how it looks when you use it, and different unique things, like creative things that I've come up with as different things to do with the machines. Because I mean, I like being creative, and I think that creativity is something that needs to constantly be there in the fitness world, to come up with all these unique things and different ways to use our home gym equipment. Because even though it's so nice to be at home, sometimes it gets boring. So then you got to get creative. And so that's something that I'm looking forward to too, is like, oh, hey, I just did this on this machine and it wasn't advertised as such, but it worked for me, and that sort of thing. So that's sort of my 1.5-year plan down the road, is to like upgrade these things and add new things, and then add things to the new things, and so on. Of course, they come out with new equipment often as well. So then down the road, how could I fit in this piece versus this piece? And is there anything else that I'm actually willing to swap out? I mean, the reverse hyper I was definitely willing to. I don't know at this point if there's anything else I'm willing to tuck away, because obviously I use everything else fairly regularly. But we'll see. I mean, it's exciting. Exciting times are ahead. It's exciting to think about, but it's also a lot of work. And so it's also tiring to think about. But that's what's going on in my head right now, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.